All. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss inheritance in C++. So, before discussing the inheritance, I would like to discuss the question given to you during previous lecture. So, I think this question was given to you during previous lecture. Question was how constructors are different from other member functions of the class. Option 1, constructor has same name as the class itself. So I think this is the correct one. That is, constructor has same name as the class. Constructor do not return anything. I think this is also correct. That when we made the constructor, for example, if the name of the class, is A, then we will be making the constructor with the A, name A. Then we do not write any return type before the A. Constructors are automatically called when the object is created. Now, when we will make the object of this class, for example A, then this constructor will automatically called. Then option D is all the mentions. So I think all the options A, B, and C are correct. So we will go for the D option, that is all the mentioned are correct regarding the constructor in C++. So now we are going to discuss today's topic. Today's topic is inheritance. So what is the meaning of inheritance? Inheritance is the fundamental concept in object-oriented programming. It is mechanism by which one class is allowed to inherit the features of another class. So with the help of inheritance, we can inherit some features of one class into another class. For example, we are having one class, animal class. Then we can drive from the animal class, we can make another class, that is dog class, cat class, or cow class. So like this, we are inheriting some features of animal class into dog, cat, and cow class. So what is the syntax for inheriting the features? That is, for example, here the features means the data types, fields, and method. Here what is the meaning of features? Features means data types and the functions. Now, how we can apply the inheritance? So for example, we want to inherit some features of the parent class into child class. So we will make one class, that is child class, and then we will put the colon, then we will write the access specifier, then we will write the name of the parent class. Then inside the curly braces we will be writing about the child class. So like this, we can inherit the features of the parent class into child class. Now, if we talk about here, what we are doing here in this case, we are using the colon operator. Colon operator with an access specifier is used to for inheritance in C++. So here we use the colon operator and access specifier for inheriting the features. Now, what is the meaning of base class? Base class is a class from which other classes are derived. If we are deriving other classes from this class, this is known as the base class. So what are the other names of the base class? It is also known as the parent class. It is also known as the super class. What is the meaning of derived class? A class that is created from the existing class. If any class is created from another class, that is known as the derived class. So what are the other names of the derived class? Derived class is also known as the child class or subclass. So we can use the different names for the base class. Base class is also known as the parent class and or super class, and derived class is also known as the child class or subclass. Now, if we talk about the different types of the inheritance, so we are having the different types of the inheritance. It can be single inheritance, it can be multiple inheritance, it can be hybrid inheritance, it can be multi-level inheritance, it can be hierarchical inheritance. So we can categorize the inheritance into five types, that is single, multiple, hybrid, multi-level, and hierarchical. So these are the different types of the inheritance. Now, if we talk about some example code for the single inheritance, so we are having one example here how we can see the how how we are applying the single inheritance. Now, what is the meaning of single inheritance? Single inheritance is a subclass that is derived from only one superclass. If we are deriving one class from only one parent class, that is known as the single inheritance. Now, we can see here the example. What we are doing? We have made one class vehicle. What is the name of the class? Is vehicle. If we will call this vehicle the class, then we will have the output. This is the vehicle. Now we want to drive some features of this vehicle class, so we are making the child class here, or driving the class, that is we are making the car. Then we are driving some features of the vehicle class, that is we use the colon and assess specifier. Then we are writing name of the parent class. So here one car class is derived from the vehicle class, so that's why it is the example of single inheritance. So if we will call this car class, then we will have the output here. We will have the output here. This vehicle is car. So this is the example of inheritance here. That is constructor. What we have discussed in the first question. So here we are writing the main function, that is we have made one object for car class. Now if when we will make this object, then we will have the output of this. This is a vehicle, this is the vehicle, this is the vehicle, and this vehicle is car. Means by making the object for the derived class, we are having both the output from the base class and from the derived class. So like this, we can inherit the features of one class into another class. Now, if we talk about any example of multiple inheritance, so we can see here what is the meaning of multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance means one class can have more than one superclass. If there are more than one parent classes, then and we are driving from many parent classes one class, that is known as the multiple inheritance. So we are inheriting some features from the all parent classes. So more than one parent class is there, then that is the example of multiple inheritance. So we can see here one example, that is we are writing the program iostream, we are including the header file. Then we have made one class. What is the name of the class here? Land annual. Then if we will call this, then we are having this function here. This is the land animal. Then we have made another class. What is the another class? Water animal. So for that we have inside that we have made one function, and we are having the output. This is the water animal. So we have made here the two parent classes. One class is land animal and another class is water animal. Now if we want here, that is if we want to to make the multiple inheritance, so what we have done here, made one class, that is frog class. Now in the frog class we are driving the features of public land animal. Means this is the parent class here, and this is again water. We are writing again public water animal. So this is again here the parent class. So now child class is frog, and we are driving characteristics from the two parent classes. So that's why this is the example of multiple inheritance. So now we have make the constructor, and we are having we will have the output frog lives in both on land and water. So now if we will write the main program here, now we have made object only for the frog class. Then we with this object we can call this function from the water class. function from land animal class and water animal class. So so that's why if we will write here, when we will make the object there this here, so we will have the outer frog lives both on land and water. And when we will write here object dot water information, so we will have the output this is the water animal. And we will have, from when we are writing this object dot land info, we will have the output this is land animal. So like this we are driving the characteristics from the two parent classes. If there are more than one parent class, then this is the example of multiple inheritance. Now, if we talk about multi-level inheritance, so what is the meaning of multi-level inheritance? Many levels of inheritance are there. If more than one level is there, that is known as the multi-level. Means what we want to say, multi-level inheritance in C++ means one class is derived from another derived class. Means one is parent, then we are having child, the child of that, from that we are again driving this child. Means that we are driving the class from the derived class, so forming the chain of inheritance. So there are many levels of inheritance, so that's why it is known as the multi-level inheritance. Now we can see here one example here. We can see here one example, that is what is the meaning of multi-level inheritance. So we can see we are writing here including the header file. We have made one class, that is vehicle class. So we will have, when we will call this class, then we will have the output this is the vehicle. Now we are driving one class, that is bike here. We have made one class bike. This bike class is derived from the vehicle class. So we are putting here the colon and assist specifier. Now if we will call this class, then we will have the output this is the bike. So we have derived bike class from the vehicle class here. Now what we are doing here, now we can see here we have made one auto rickshaw class. The auto rickshaw class is again derived from the bike class. So initially there was the class known as vehicle, then from vehicle we are driving the class bike, from bike we are driving the class auto rickshaw. So there are we are having many levels of inheritance. From the vehicle class we are driving the bike class, from bike class we are driving the auto rickshaw class. So there are many levels of inheritance. So that's why this is the example of multi-level inheritance. Now if we talk about we have written the main function here, then we are making the object for auto rickshaw class. Then when we will make the object for auto rickshaw class, then we will have the output from there. This is the from initial, that is this is the vehicle, this is bike, and this is auto rickshaw made from bike. So like this we are having the multi-level inheritance. Now if we talk about another type of inheritance, that is hybrid inheritance. What is the meaning of hybrid inheritance? Hybrid inheritance, if we are having many inheritance, more than one inheritance. What is the meaning of this many inheritance? When two or more types of inheritance are combined in one program, that is we are having multiple inheritance and we are having multi-level or single inheritance. So a class might use multiple inheritance and also be part of multi-level inheritance. So it is known as the hybrid inheritance. So we can see here one example here. What is that is we are including the header file here. We are including the header file here. Then we are making the one class, that is vehicle class. In vehicle class we are having the output vehicle. Then we are making one class, that is fare. So one class is vehicle here, another class is fare. So in fare class we will have the output here, the fare of vehicle. Now if we talk about, so till now we have one class, that is we have made here the two classes, that is vehicle, and another class we have made the fare. Now we are here again making one class, that is what, car class. The car class is derived from the vehicle class. So this car class we are driving from the vehicle class. So we will have the output when we will call the car class, then we will have the output, this is the vehicle, this vehicle is car. Then we are making the bus class. The work bus class is derived from the vehicle and fare class. So what we are making, we are making here the bus class. This bus class is derived from the vehicle and fare class. So I think this, when we will call this bus class, so we will have the output, this vehicle is a bus with fare. So here this bus class is having two parents here. So this is the example of multiple inheritance. And this car class is derived from the one parent. So this is the example of single inheritance. So I think we are having more than one type of inheritance here. Now if we make the object for this bus class, then what we will have the output, that this the vehicle, fare of vehicle, and we will have the output, this vehicle is a bus with fare. So I think we are involving here more than one inheritance. So that's why this is the example of hybrid inheritance. So that's all for this. We have one question for you uh, about this lecture, whatever you have learned in this lecture. So the question is that what is inheritance in C++? So we are having the four options. It is wrapping of data into single class, driving new classes from the existing class, overloading of classes with the same names. So you can try this question, whatever we have, according to the content whatever we have discussed in this video lecture, and you can answer this in the comment box. So thank you very much. Again, if you like this video lecture series, then please share with your friends. Thank you very much. Thank you all.